Hello everyone. I made it back. We hit live and then I realized I didn't have a tissue. So life wasn't good for a second, but we made it back. Welcome back. It's an unusual time, I know, for a show. We are trying to make sure that we can fit everybody in. It's been crazy with show requests coming through. So over the next few weeks, we're going to have some different times as well as our regular time slots. So keep an eye out so you don't miss anything. And if you hit like or any of those things on whatever live what we're from, it will actually give you a notification so you don't miss the time. If it's something different, it'll let you know. I think 20 minutes beforehand and then 3 minutes beforehand as well, I think. So if you're not sure about the times, make sure to give it a like and it will give you a warning ahead of time. Hi, Robert. Hi, Kaz. Kaz, you were first in the room this afternoon by ages. Like, it was half an hour or something earlier. So welcome. And hi, Robert. You're in the room really quickly again today as well. We've got Kaitlyn waiting patiently. So we're going to welcome her into the room. It's been a while. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me again.
Thanks for coming on, especially while you're away. You're not home. You're in Melbourne and it's not really nice there by the sound of it. It's pretty cold here too.
Yeah, it's interesting, the weather down here, but absolutely love coming down and seeing friends and family that I haven't seen in a while. But, as long as the sun shines, I'm happy.
Exactly. Do you get to go down very often, or do you find now that you're in Queensland, you're just flat out and everything sort of takes over?
Well, to be honest, I've been coming down to Melbourne quite a fair bit since moving away. It's quite interesting that I've moved away from the state, just keep coming back for more.
Yes.
I've been down here a few times in the last 18 months and I'm okay with that. Whatever gives me the extra flight miles, I'm cool.
Yeah, well, that's right. It means, extra. Do they have upgrades here yet? I've had a couple of upgrades.
No,
too bad. I had one. They upgraded me and it was early morning and then they came out and offered me bubbly and I'm like, I've never had an upgrade and it's early morning and I do have to drive, but yes, I'll have one. Thank you. Nobody else did. I was like, is it wrong because no one else is sitting here? But I'm like, it's you're handing it to me. I'm not going to say no, but didn't want to be wrong.
I love it.
Robert just popped in. He said that he remembered seeing you on Australian Idol in 2023. I can't believe it was 2023. I had to look that up because I thought I was wrong. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago. Idol was on the screens. I don't know if we have. I think we did talk with you a little bit about that last time, but people are mentioning it. So let's talk about it again. Tell us about Idol and how did that come about? Did they reach out to you? Did you apply? What was the story?
Well, yeah, it's hard to believe 2023 was the year that I was on the show, where you saw my lovely face on the television. But yeah, so I have always, my family and friends have always asked me if I were to do a show, would I go on The Voice? Would I go on Australia's Got Talent and everything? And at that time, Australian Idol wasn't back yet. And for years and years, I said, if Idol came back, I'd go on that. Lo and behold, the show came back. And I was like, now I'm actually do it. So I applied for it and got through all the stages before auditioning in front of the judges. I was very fortunate enough to, get given a Gretchen Wilson song, which was Redneck Woman. Absolutely love, can't complain.
One that you would have known well, I'm sure.
Definitely. And it's a female country song. It's a very empowering song as well. So it was checking all the boxes for me. And I got to sing in front of oh my goodness, who were the judges? We had Kyle, we had Harry Connick Jr., Amy Shark, and All About That Bass. Oh my goodness, her name's like left my brain. What was her name?
Yeah. It's late. Late. But I know who you mean. Yes.
Oh, that's terrible. We'll finish tomorrow and it'll just come up randomly.
Yeah. Well, hang on. That's what always happens to me. It'll be 2 a.m. I'll give you a buzz in the morning at 2 o'clock and go, hey, I've got it.
Exactly. So I got to perform in front of all of them and I got 4 yeses, which was amazing. Got through all the way to the top 50, then to the top 30. and I got to sing a lot of country music. And at that time, country music was kind of growing. It was getting more and more popular at that moment. So I'm really happy that I got to go on the show, be 100% authentically myself. And I'll forever say that I was on Australian Idol. I got the golden ticket and made it to the top. So, yeah.
Did you get to keep it?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
It's actually really shiny. It's really pretty. So
I'll have to, next time I'm in Queensland, I'm going to come and have a look. I want a sticky beak.
Yes, Megan Trainor. That's it. That's the one.
Oh, see, I told you, you can't do shows without Scott because Scott just makes everything work.
Megan Patrick. And I was like, no, that's a country artist, Kaitlyn.
No, I know. Yes. No, but no. Well, Scott remembered that. See, can't do it without you. Actually, and we didn't thank you the other week. Thank you. Scott is the one that does all of these amazing graphics and all of this amazing advertising and all the things that I try really hard to do, but I'm not that talented and it takes so long. And so that is all the amazingness and all the things you can always tell when Scott's not there because it never runs smoothly, or I'll press something different and I'm like, oh, hang on, I'm not on the screen and I'm meant to be. And you can always tell every time.
He's amazing. We love him.
We do. We do. And Kaz said Scott's a legend. He just saw that. I'm sure he's seen that. Kaz, what has Kaz popped in? She said that she came at the normal time to watch the show, and it was a later show today. She said that your latest song is your best. That is, that's a big call. That's a really big call. How do you feel about your latest single? Do you feel that it's one of your best? Because that's a really good song.
Oh, thank you. Look, I absolutely love my latest single. And like every artist, you're constantly evolving and adapting. And that song came from a very special place. And we wrote it up at the She Retreat up in Mullaney in Queensland with the incredible Lynn Brotel was there and Jen Mize and some amazing women in the music scene. And that song, To Be Lies, was a workshop song. We got given a task, off you go write it. And as we were writing it, I was like, this is actually really good. We're onto something here. And as you know, I'm very much a female advocate and female empowerment. And so, of course, I had to include Miranda Lambert in this song. Yeah. And the song was born and I absolutely love it. And I'm so thankful and happy that people are loving it too and that they think it's good and not bad and that I'm getting better. So win-win for me.
When you're at the different retreats and doing the different songwriting sessions and things, how do you go in there? Do you try and go in there with ideas or do you try and go in with a blank slate and just see what evolves at the time? What's your process doing those sorts of group things?
Look, I always have songwriting ideas. I have a big journal full of titles, sayings, random thoughts that I look back at and I'm like, what was that for? No idea. I always take them with me everywhere I go, even if it's just notes in my phone. But every songwriting retreat that I go on, it's a dedicated time for me out of crazy life to just do what I love. And sometimes I write songs that are really healing, songs that I need to write for my own self that won't get released, but they were what I needed at that time. And, the She Retreat is absolutely amazing for that. Lynn has done a very good job at creating such a beautiful space. And I've been on quite a few songwriting retreats, but that one in particular is one of my personal favorites for the encouragement and the fact that it's women bringing up women, not tearing people down. And that's really beautiful. Plus, I got to go to Mullaney and that was stunning. And I ended up writing songs out in the field, just me, myself, and I. So it was quite a beautiful songwriting experience and a different atmosphere for myself, which was really good.
Oh, great. How special. I always love hearing everyone's songwriting stories because we all do so much different. And it's funny that something that is the same thing, we all do so differently. And even every time we write, it's never the same each time for me. And it's just amazing how much you can change just by writing in a different spot or writing with somebody else. Or
it's a different experience every time. And definitely different environments do help. I find that if I write, I'm not very creative when I'm at home. I need to be somewhere totally uncomfortable or somewhere where I haven't been before. And that's where the creative juices start flowing.
Out of your comfort zone helps. Getting out of your comfort zone. Yes. Well, Mississippi Lies, I actually love this song. I think it really suits you. And I love listening to it. And when you were talking about the Miranda Lambert, you can definitely hear that sort of vibe, because you do listen to a lot of Miranda Lambert, don't you? She's sort of one of the people that you really enjoy. So you said how you had to include that. Did that straight away happen, or was that something that during the song you were like, no, this is so good, it's got to be part of that?
Yeah, so what we all did, I remember it vividly, is we all kind of, as a collective group of us, threw song titles just out there, the whiteboard, that anybody could take to use. Now, these were song titles that for this particular workshop idea, we weren't intending to use for anything else. And I had Mississippi Lies down in my songbook, threw it out there. Then the groups got divided into song titles. So really people voted for the title.
Yeah.
So, and then from that, we had a chord structure that we had to follow. Very simple, which is also why I like the song too, because anyone can play it, which is great. Hint, hint for anyone out there who wants to play my song. But yeah, we just started brainstorming different ideas. You know, Mississippi, I was like, oh, Miranda, that'd be kind of cool. And then we started talking about what Mississippi Lies, what does that mean? What does that look like? What story is that? And that evolved, and then all of a sudden Miranda Lambert got thrown into the spanner, and it just creatively wrote it. Yeah.
I love that. I love that you guys got separated into song titles and given us chord structure. So you've got lots of freedom, but also not. I love that. I'm really sorry about if that's noisy. My cat is trying to get into the cupboard. Layla, you're not allowed to use.
I love it.
I don't know if I can catch her. I can try. Layla, come here. No, she's very shy, this one. Just enough because she knows I'm talking, and she's probably crabby because she wants to go to bed. And I haven't opened the bedroom door, I don't reckon. She probably can't get in there. She was in the middle of the night the other night because I'd forgotten to feed them. So she woke me up just to tell me there's no food in my bowl. She had eaten that day. She just had eaten all of it, and I didn't top it up before I went to bed. So she's very unhappy. Yeah, I know, it was terrible. She was going to waste away. She was very unhappy. But yes, she's the most scared cat you'll ever find until she's hungry, and then she's very in your face.
Yeah, I love that. Cats like that. Amazing.
Jane has jumped into the room and said hello as well, and Mav has jumped into the room as well. There's people coming from everywhere, which is lovely. Tell us where you're watching from. I know Robert's in the room, and Patrick, I saw your name come up a little while ago. There's people everywhere. So let us know where you're watching from. You're in Melbourne at the moment, and are you there? What are you doing musically, or are you just visiting? What is your? Are we allowed to know? Is it?
You're allowed to know. Honestly, it was supposed to be music things, but that has been moved to a later date in October, which is totally fine. So it's actually just like a little holiday getaway to see parts of my family. Some of my family are over in Bali at the moment, so I timed it poor. But, you know, at least they're enjoying themselves. But, yeah, just a little family, little getaway, me and my partner coming down and seeing his side of the family as well. So it's quite lovely. And, you know, still busy, of course. I've got lots of people to catch up with, and a lot of students of mine I've caught up with and done face-to-face lessons to see them and see what they're doing musically, and to see that they're still singing and still doing stuff. So, yeah, it's been really good.
I brought that up because we were talking before we went live. You are still teaching, singing, and still doing that. And you've taken that online now. So you've gone from being able to do it in person. So anybody that does want to start doing something like that can reach out, and doesn't matter where they are. It's online. You can help them no matter where you go.
Oh, that looks great. Look at that.
No, everyone needs a Scott. I tell you, everyone needs a Scott. It's wonderful. But tell us a bit about that. Do you have all ages? How did it all come about for your teaching?
Yeah, well, it's quite interesting, actually. I've always loved mentoring and music, obviously. And teaching was something that I was always really good at. I'd done a lot of songwriting workshops, artist mentorships and everything growing up. And from that, you know, during COVID, believe it or not, I decided, hey, I'm going to open up a singing school.
Yeah, it's a great time to do it. Yeah, that works really well. Yeah.
And
One thing you weren't allowed to do, you weren't even allowed to go and sing in public. You had to just sit there quietly watching shows.
I had finished, I was just like continuing to do my Bachelor of Music as well. So I was learning a lot about that world. And in the hometown, Wallen, which I grew up in, didn't have a lot of that. And we have a lot of musical opportunities in the Mitchell Shire down here in Vic. However, not a lot of singing schools or just instrumental teachers around. So I knew that there was a gap there and I was going to be able to fill that gap. And I literally didn't take long for, everything to be booked up and make it be completely booked doing teaching, which was great. And, now moving, I still teach a lot of those students that I taught face to face. And every time I come down to Victoria, I always try to make sure I get to see them and that we get to have a lesson face to face. But it's something that I absolutely love to do. And I love inspiring the next generation. I've got a few students now who are writing songs themselves, who are producing songs themselves, and who are releasing music. Like Tilly Rose is definitely one of them. And which warms my heart a little bit that I'm able to inspire them and kind of guide them and mentor them, the way that my mentors have for me.
How special. And to see them going from singing to writing, that's a really big jump. So that would feel really special, I would imagine. And maybe one day you can do some sort of release together. You never know, that might be fun.
Yeah, well, we've kind of sort of already done it. We wrote a song together, Kindred Spirits, and I did BVs on her song. And, she's put like special guest, Kaitlyn Thomas. And I'm like, oh, look at them, a special guest.
Oh, wow. I love this. You have got so much musical talent and you're in so many, you're doing so many different things, helping people, helping your own career. And you do so many co-writes. There's so many people that see your name pop up that you wrote this song with them and all of that sort of thing. So I guess going, even at the songwriting workshops or in general, when you were writing a song, did you plan on being the person that was performing that, or how did you all choose who got to take that song home and record it?
This for Mississippi Lies?
Yeah, or any song in general. How do you work that out?
Well, I just recently did the Songmaster at Gympie, which was amazing. It was a full week of songwriting, a lot. And I wrote, I think, 4 songs a day. I literally felt like I was still writing like 4 songs, pumping them out, bang, 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 bang. And, I think for me personally, unless it's a song that I have a very strong connection with that I brought to the table, it's like, other than that, it's anyone's fair game.
Yep.
Like I think once the song is written and, you can kind of sort of hear what vibe it is, if it's leaning towards me or if it's leaning towards a few other people.
Yes.
It's the song, right? But also I think as songwriters, everyone can still release the song. So, I have released Mississippi Lies now in like 5 years' time. One of the other co-writers is more than welcome. And they have the right to release that song again. And that's the beauty of songwriting. And you can actually hear the songs in a different light, point of view as well, which is really interesting. But, a lot of co-writes, as an artist, yes, you do tend to write for yourself in mind. But it's different when you've got artists co-writing with artists, because that can be really interesting and amazing at the same time. And that can lead to collaborations and duets and bits and pieces like that too. So I think ultimately it's what the song needs. And, you do have that discussion as a group. You have to obviously have that open conversation and be like, hey, I really like this song. And I'd like to record it. And, as long as there's open communication, it's pretty much up to anyone who's in the room. They can release it and record it.
Yeah. And I guess that's the thing, as you said, like it often comes along like duets and things come out of that sort of thing. I guess that's one of the bonuses. If you both have that strong connection, a duet is a fantastic option to be able to do. And because you never know where I always like those stories of where those sorts of things come from. Like, did the song start out as a duet or did you turn it into one, or all those sorts of things, and that's how those things are born. It's really special. Scott has got a fun fact up for us, and I did see it before, and I forgot to say something. And he said that your live performances that you shared the stage with, so you have shared the stage with so many artists. We could be here forever talking about the artists that you've shared the stage with. There's so many. You've got Casey Donovan, you've got Becky called Jane Denham. She was here on the weekend, playing on the weekend. Darlinghurst, Taylor Moss, 1920, Andrew Swift. You could literally sit here for ages and talk about that. Does that always feel exciting for you, still getting to do that sort of thing with different people again?
Yeah, definitely. Look, being able to say that I've either shared the stage with these people or opened for them is wonderful and is amazing, because, you know, it doesn't come across, you know, every day. And I like to consider a lot of these people my close friends. And, you know, like I'm going to be opening for Amber Lawrence at Lefty.
Yes.
And she's been a mentor of mine since I was 12 years old. And that, you know, when I did the junior academy, she was my mentor. And the fact that now I'm all grown up, you know, and I'm still working with her and collaborating with her, and I get to share the stage with her and open for her, it's just really humbling for myself. Amber's always been one for emerging artists to showcase them, showcase the next generation of country music artists. And I've opened pretty much throughout my whole career. And the fact that I get to do that again is amazing. And I'm also going to be opening for Hayley Jensen when she comes up to Brisbane as well.
Oh, gosh, there's a voice that you can never forget.
Girlfriend, you and me both.
Incredible. You listen to it, you're like, how? And she stands there and she looks like it is so easy. And I'm just like, it's disgusting, really.
I love Hayley and I love her vocal so much. And, you know, there's a few artists that I just absolutely love vocally, and she is definitely up there. I'm like, the world could end and I'd be happy. It's fine
now. That's right. Exactly right. And Kaz just said, she said, don't forget about the Ladies in Country and Tamworth every year. That is such a special show as well. And that's what I love about Tamworth, is so many traditions that we're all part of, and we all get to be part of. And then to see those traditions there, then they evolve. Like you said, with the meeting Amber, doing Junior Academy, that's a Tamworth thing, and all these things that we all intertwine into all these little spaces, and we get to run into each other along the way at a songwriting event, or a singer-songwriting in the round kind of style. We run into different people, and it just makes it so special because we all get to know each other's stories and be part of that.
No, definitely. And I think it's all that networking, and those networks then become close friendships. And then, it's more of a family kind of bond at the end of the day. And like Ladies of Country, like, oh gosh, I've been doing that since I was about 13. Believe it or not. Yeah. And, like Gina, amazing, Gina Timms. And, like this. Yes, she's Tassie. She's Tassie lady.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I actually need to get my down to Tasmania. I haven't been.
Definitely time. You're not far away. It's not that far. You know what? We even have a direct flight now from Brisbane. There's a couple of direct flights a day. Yeah, so we're getting up there. We're really turning into the big city. Yeah.
I love it. No, I need to go down there. It's on my bucket list.
In summer.
In summer. No.
It was very cold this weekend, but at the same time it's winter, so we can't, it's not quite winter, it's just out of winter, but it's definitely it snowed at my house last week.
Snowed?
It did. It doesn't very often happen, once every few years, and it snowed here last week. I came home and I'm like, what is all that? And it was snow on my roof and my ground, and
oh my god,
so wait till summer.
Yeah. I'll have that. There's a festival running during summer. I'm there, girlfriend.
There definitely is. And I tell you what, snow is great for the first 5 minutes. After that, it's not as great anymore.
It's pretty to look at. You might get a few good Insta photos out of it, do a few snow.
Yeah. And then the power goes out and you're just like, why don't I have a wood fire? It's not safe not having a wood fire in Tassie. So you do have to come down. You are playing with Amber Lawrence in October.
Mm-hmm.
That's so exciting. Can people still get tickets for that?
Yes. Oh, look, it's my dance. How fun.
It is your dance. And Lefties, what a venue.
Oh, it's an amazing venue.
I got to go to the Lefties a couple of months ago for the first time, and I've wanted to get there. And it's just one of those venues that I just hadn't made it to a gig. Something else had come up, or the venues were changed, or all sorts of things. So I got to go there a few weeks ago, and just knowing the walls and what those walls have seen and the history in that venue was pretty magical. And then they make their own drinks. Like I was told, go and get yourself an apple. Can't remember what they called it, but they actually did the apple juice and everything while I was there watching them. And I'm just like, oh wow, this is really special. So if you haven't been, you have to get along to Lefties. It is a really great spot.
It is, and it's super cool. It's kind of got like I don't even know, it's a really interesting venue to play at. The stage is like in the middle, and you can sit all around the artist. So it's actually a really cool stage to play because you've got a whole 360 to perform.
Yeah.
And are still available for that. So hello, come down. It's an afternoon delight.
Even better. How good afternoon show. You're not tired the next day.
You can go to it. It's fine, like it's at 3:00 it kicks off. And Lefties is amazing. I performed there quite a few times now, and it's definitely one that I keep going back to, and that's because of the stage factor. And and it's also the vibe that it carries too. It's really cool venue.
And it's one of those spots that so many people have done film clips in and all that sort of thing. So if you're right up there with music and watching film clips that all our favorite artists have made, it's one of those ones that you see stuff as you walk in, and it just takes you back to that specific clip, and it's really special. And my favorite spot in there was that spot around the stage. I love those seats. They're the ones that you always see like that would be a really interesting spot, and when you sit there, it just brings it all back. It's perfect. So if you haven't been, get along and go to that show because it's going to be amazing. Are you heading to Tamworth again in January?
I am. I don't know what I would do in January if I wasn't going to Tamworth.
Is there any other place to be in January? I don't think so.
Absolutely not. You have to go to Tamworth Country Music Festival.
I'm pretty sure you have to. Yes, definitely.
It's kind of like an rule. You need to go, right?
Scott has just popped up a thing there. Little Sparrow. Thank you so much, Karen, for sending your artists through to us. We love having. There is no artist that Karen has that you just go, no, I don't want to do that. There's no one. They're all amazing. And they're all so much talent. It's beautiful to see. But thank you for trusting us and coming back too, because we haven't seen you for a while. It's very exciting. Again, Mississippi Lies. Where can we listen to it? If you haven't already, go and have a listen. What platform do you have a preferred platform for us to listen on?
I'm more like anywhere and everywhere. Whatever you listen to, stream via. You can see it on the screen. Love this, by the way. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, Amazon Music, YouTube, Pandora, everything. Absolutely everywhere. Mississippi Lies is everywhere for you to find and listen to and jam to. And if you ever need a heartbreaking song or a red flag warning label, and your friends aren't taking the hint for the people that they're seeing, just flick them my song.
Fix this. Listen. Yeah.
I didn't get it, but maybe.
When you're reading out all those places, have you even heard of half of them? Because I don't. Like, I see all these names and people can listen. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I've never used that before. So maybe I'm not on the best platforms. I don't know. When you read that out, I'm like, I don't think I've heard of that one.
There's to be honest, music, it's in a great way. The fact that you can listen to songs and listen to artists anywhere and everywhere, I think that's amazing. To be able to have the ability to do that. And radio is also another place that you can listen to the songs as well. So it's very accessible for anyone. Which is great. And a lot of those platforms, some of them I haven't heard of, some of them I have, but I haven't tried them out myself. But everyone's got their own tastes and where they listen to their music. I'm a bit so I go a bit everywhere myself. But a lot of people are either mainly Apple Music, or they're mainly Spotify, or they're mainly Amazon. So it all kind of just depends on the person, which is kind of cool.
Exactly. And it still goes to the plays still come to your list. And that is the beautiful thing about there's good and bad about streaming, isn't there? There's so much you could argue all night on the good pros and cons of it, but one really good thing is when we buy a CD and we take the CD home and listen to it, you get that one sale. It doesn't show how many times people have listened to your song. And so when we stream it, it gives us an idea of what songs people really like, especially if it's an album or an EP. You can see which songs are streaming the most, and it gives you an idea of what people are relating to, and helps with writing and releasing and choosing a next song or next album. It all helps, all of that.
Definitely. And like live performances are definitely a great one for that, you know, getting fans and them, you know, telling you truthfully, because the truth, you know, even though it hurts sometimes, it's good, right? Constructive criticism, whatever shape or form, is always good. And the fact that they tell you that they love that song, and they're like, oh, I don't really like that one. That day, I'm like, just keep listening to it, guys. You'll love it. Just keep
it'll change, yes. But that's true though, isn't it? Depends on your mood as to whether you like some of them or not.
I'm like that with books and movies myself. If I'm in a mood or anything, whatever I listen to or read, I'm like, I didn't like that. And then I go back, you know, maybe a couple of days later, and I'm like, that actually isn't too bad. I was obviously over dramatic.
It's just in the moment what you're feeling, and it's amazing how much it impacts the taste. But that's why there is so much different music. That's what we can do. And Kat said to everyone, she said, listen to it, folks. So if you haven't already, when we're finished here, go and have a listen, and then let us know in the comments. We can still see the comments after the live ends, so let us know what you think of the song. And if you like it, share it to everybody, because the more that people hear, the better it is for all of us. It just means more music more regularly. Now I know you're in Victoria and you're visiting friends, so thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us while you're actually out enjoying yourself.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I always love to chat, and as you can tell, I love to talk. So, you know, thank you so much.
Thank you for seeing us in Tamworth in person. We have to do an in-person chat. That would be amazing. So let us know when suits you, and we will definitely lock it in so we can have in person. I love Tamworth for that reason. I get to meet and see everybody in the flesh, and you wait all year to do it. So good. And where we do, it's always air conditioned. So if, you know, it's even more of a sneaky reason to come and say hi.
Amazing. No, definitely. I'll make sure that I will definitely see you in aircon at Tamworth Country Music Festival. You're needing a cool place.
Danny's just popped in. Are you still away? Are you still holidaying at the moment, Danny? Because I did see you on Facebook. We're doing some fun things and not in the cold here like it was this weekend. Really cold.
Jealous. I wish I was on a beach with a cocktail.
Yeah, with your family in Bali. That would be amazing.
I know. They keep sending me videos. I'm like, you know what? There comes a time where enough's enough of rubbing it in.
Rubbing it in that you're overseas. You're back. You're feeling this cold. Oh, it's been a cold couple of weeks down here, so I am really itching to get back over to you guys. So hopefully when I'm in Queensland in a few weeks, you might be doing a show somewhere that I can pop in and see.
Definitely. We'll have to make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's.
Definitely we will. Well, thank you so much for your time again tonight. And thank you everybody for jumping on at a different time. It's so wonderful that you guys were all still able to make it along. So we will be back next week, and I think we'll be back to first one will be at the normal time, then we'll have another one afterwards. So let us know if you're around, but we'll see you all very soon. And well, thank you so much, Kaitlyn.
Thank you.
You guys later.